I'm programmed with essential 21st century smack talk. Your mother
is fond of Brainiac.
I got you stuck off the realness. I got you stuck off the realness. I got you stuck off the realness.
So let's just get into it.
What's good, this is your homeboy Spittles, yet again back with another news dump from the Daily Planet News, where you get all the latest news for DC Universe Online. Now, let me give you the rundown of what we can expect on this episode of the Daily Planet News. We finally have the development update for 2024's. We have 3 upcoming episodes, 2 new allies, and a bunch of booster bundles, time capsules, and resurgent capsules. Did I mention we have a bunch of time capsules coming out? Man, I'm telling you, we have a bunch of time capsules. DC Universe Online on PlayStation 5 is out now. Yes, you heard me right. I'm not kidding. We actually delivered it on time. So, without further ado, we're going to take a look at this disastrous launch we called the PlayStation 5.
Hey, Maps here, and we finally have the producer's letter on March 2024. Let's talk about it. So right here, you will see that the DCUO is now available with the new PlayStation 5 client, and the Xbox Series X is on the way. More on that later. We also see right here that episode 47 is coming out in May, and it's Brainiac Returns. And we have 2 raids, so it looks like Miguel's data mine was correct.
¿Qué?
We also see right here that episode 48 in November. Wait a minute, no, wait, it's coming out in September. Oh my goodness,
Bruh.
Well, see, in other news, if I had a taco for every time I wanted a taco, man, I'd be a really rich taco right now.
Hey, UI engineer here, and I also love tacos. This is Tegan. He's the Chihuahua on the old school Taco Bell commercials, and he howls for tacos all the time.
Bruh.
I apologize, everyone. I have no idea what's going on. Like, what's going on here, guys? Can you please not interrupt the news dump? Right here you can see some artwork, and it says Brainiac has returned, seeking to learn from his previous defeats. He's launching an all-out assault on Earth's ultimate symbols of hope and resistance, the Hall of Justice and the Hall of Doom. With the world hanging in the balance, the Justice League and Lex Luthor's secret society are forced to unite their powers and resources to throw Brainiac's blah 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 blah. And right here you have this artwork, and oh boy, does this look familiar. Why does it look familiar? Well, because it's copied and pasted.
Bruh.
Right here you can see that artwork is familiar because we have already had a DLC in Washington, D.C. This is the Metal DLC. I forget what episode this was, but right here you will see. It looks the same, doesn't it? It's just gonna be Brainiac themed. This is the Doom DLC in Washington, D.C. The same area, 2 different DLCs, same bullcrap. This is what we're gonna get.
Bueno, in other news, I tell him, la 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 la. Jesús, ¿cómo se llama, papi? ¿Por qué?
Miguel, please, can you freaking wait your turn, bro? Come on, man, this is the second time. What the fuck's going on here?
¿Qué?
In other news, we also have a new base coming out around the springtime seasonal event, and it is the Sunstone Fortress base for Superman. Hooray! Give us your money in the marketplace. This is probably going to cost $25. In case paragraphs is not your thing, we have the development update right here for 2024. So for quarter 2, we have episode 47. Quarter 3 will be episode 48. Then we have another episode 49 over at quarter 1 of 2025. We have 2 new allies coming out. One of them is John Stewart, And we have all these time capsules. Oh boy, more and more time capsules. We have more time capsules than you can fit inside your time capsules. And finally, the new lead producer is telling us that he is sorry for the non-transparency, the radio silence, and that it was all his fault why they have not communicated with the community for all this time. He says that from now on, they will be communicating more with us. Hooray! Well, that's it for my news story. And now I'm going to pass it over to Spittle so we can check out the new PlayStation 5 port or client.
DCUO launches on PlayStation 5 today. This is not a drill. This is for serious, guys. This is for serious. The PlayStation 5 upgrade is finally here. Let's take a look. Let's talk about it. Some key things to pay attention before I show you the disastrous launch. It says faster load times and smoother transition and higher frame rates. Pay attention to the frame rates because that is basically bogus at the moment. Right here you will see that on the forums, players are reporting that the PlayStation 5 version is actually worse than the PlayStation 4 version. They're saying that the PlayStation 5 is running at 30 frames per second. Everything feels slow and sluggish, instead of the PlayStation 4 version, which is running at 60 frames per second. Right here you will see that Miguel says that the PS5 client will be fixed with a hotfix. ¿Qué? Well, hello, it's your favorite homegirl, Nerd of Prey. Let me holla at you, let me holla at you, let me holla. So I'm gonna show you these issues that we're having with the PlayStation 5 disastrous launch. And of course, got your homeboy Meps over here. Please, homie, do not go down there because it smells like fish right now.
¿Por qué?
Alright, so first and foremost, when you go into the option settings, right here, this is the PlayStation 4 version of the game. This is what you're gonna see when you go on the video. On the options, you see allow 60 frames per second. You could turn this on, turn it off. If you turn it off, it goes down to 30 frames, which the game is gonna seem sluggish and choppy. If you turn it on, it's going up to 60 frames, which the game is gonna feel very nice and smooth. Well, right here, this is the PlayStation 5 version, and you're gonna see under the same setting, it's not there. You cannot turn on 60 frames. You cannot turn on 30 frames. You can't do nothing. It's garbage. And then you look how choppy it is. You move around and everything just looks choppy. It just looks garbage. It almost looks like PS3 graphics, honestly, but I don't even know. What do I know? Now, I did a small comparison video for y'all so you can see the difference between PlayStation 4 graphics and PlayStation 5 graphics. So right now, there's an issue. So you're gonna see on the PlayStation 4, it's running at 60 frames. When you do a 360 with the camera, it's buttery smooth. However, when we go and switch over to PS5, you can see the graphics are flickering in the background really far back. And when you do, the 360, it's running at 30 frames. It looks choppy. It's kind of sluggish. It just don't feel right. At times, it feels like a worse version than the PlayStation 4 version. Like, what is this? But we can fix this with a hotfix, and that's basically what us here at Daybreak Games gonna do. When is the hotfix coming? Well, hopefully tomorrow, but as of right now, I don't recommend playing the PlayStation 5 version. Straight up, the PlayStation 5 can run the PS4 version way smoother and better at the moment. In certain details, you can tell, like, when it comes to the graphics, like NPCs and like our characters' edges. The edges on the characters and the edges of buildings is more smoother. But like I said, it's choppy right now, so it's not gonna do it justice to do a comparison video. When this get fixed, I'll do a way better comparison video versus PS4 and PS5. But at the moment, just be patient. Now, besides the bad frame rate, the choppy graphics, and the sluggish gameplay, the only thing that you can get out of the PlayStation 5 client at the moment is faster loading screens. Here's a side-by-side comparison, loading up into the world, loading up into the House of Legends from the base, and right here you're gonna see PlayStation 5 loads up way faster than the PlayStation 4, but not by much.
Bueno, sí, Nerd of Prey, gracias mucho. And you see right here that we're aware of these issues from the PlayStation 5 client. The marketplace is also disabled on the PlayStation 5 client, So please give us the money on the PlayStation 4 client, not on the PlayStation 5 client on the morning. And I don't know, right here you will see that we are aware of the frame rate issues, and you know, we are experiencing with the PlayStation 5 native client, and we will address this with a hotfix. We appreciate your patience, and remember, if you want more news dumps, vote for Pedro, and don't forget about the tacos.
I got you stuck off the realness. I got you stuck off the realness. I got you